I was introduced when I was young, and so I've been around the industry for quite a while. The reason why Vital Health attracted me was because I have been in the health and wellness space for a long time with different companies. There's a couple of reasons. Number one, the story. When you understand that we have a doctor in Mexico that has a small clinic that has thousands of people coming to him from around the globe with terminal health issues, and they're coming to see him because of what he has, his regimens that he has that have brought them their health back. They've restored their health. Thousands, over 8,000 cases, and that's where these products come from. So the story alone and what it's done for countless others is what inspired me when I saw this. And for the majority, I will tell you, in this industry, in the health and wellness space, you are looking at mostly synthetic products that are toxic, that are stimulant filled, that are products out there in the industry that are not good for you. Most of them are white labeled, meaning they are coming from a company that has gone and found them at a convention, and then they slap their label on them. They're not authentic. They're not, pure. All of those things. And so I know that the world in general is really looking to make changes in their health, and they're becoming more aware. We don't want that garbage. We don't want those products that are going to cause us more problems on top of what we're already experiencing because they're not made right. So here we have a company in Mexico where every single thing that we have is a plant that your body recognizes, that your body can thrive on, and it thrives at a cellular level because of the technology that they have. So I don't know, I know so many people who have tried them now, even people here on this call, that you can feel them.
Yeah.
So being able to feel a product, that's a big deal, to actually feel the wellness, and then to have the story and the results behind it. So I'm proud to represent. And I think the third thing that really hits for me, especially because I've been in the industry where so many people need help with their health, but they can't afford it. So we finally have products that people can afford. And because they're manufactured and all that takes place in Mexico, our margins are so tight that allows people to be able to get the health that they need, with products that work, and a story that is mind-boggling.
Yeah, exactly. And
That's
so
why I'm here.
with the yeah, it is mind-boggling. You've brought up so many key points that we could probably talk about this all day long, and our Zoom would just keep going and big, and more people coming on. But what
Right.
I think is the number, well, there's always top five for me whenever I'm looking at something, is obviously the team, the leadership, the company owners, they're very transparent. But the big thing that Tanya just said is that the company is in Mexico and they can actually manufacture the products there. The biggest thing, in my opinion, too, was the outpouring of love I felt when you said to me, "Hey, I have a friend, her name's Z, and you can meet with her locally to get a body scan for you and your husband and Rob." And I was like, "Wow, really? That is so cool." So we went and we met with Z. Hopefully she's going to be on the Zoom. I think she is. And she was so gracious to meet with us in person. And next week we actually get to meet again, and I get to meet Tanya, but we'll get to that in a minute. But what is so cool is that you can get a health scan, and we'll if you want more information, please comment below this or get in touch with the person that brought you here to the Zoom. But that's the thing that separates, I think, this company from others, is that I've been approached, and I'm sure you have, Tanya, of all these companies, all these health and wellness companies, they always say how different they are. But with this, you have the Vital Health bot where you can type in, I was just explaining to a few people this morning, you can type in what is it that you want to learn about it, about the products, and it spits it out just like ChatGPT does. And so we have this information now right literally at our fingertips. And that is so different too. Because again, when people are reviewing and looking at health and wellness companies, especially in the nutritional space, they want to make sure that they have that information before they purchase. It's
Yeah, and that
not a
little
one
bot
size
is my
fits all.
BFF. That little bot, like, you just want hair growth. Put hair growth in there. Woo!
Yeah,
It'll tell you exactly which product,
yeah.
you want, like, it's wild what technology, AI and stuff like that can do for us. And the scanner is a complete game changer in this entire industry. The scanner is something that will that allows someone to be able to see exactly what is going on in their body with a simple little 1 minute scan of their finger, and have a product that addresses that issue. So it's a 130-page report that you got that showed all the things going on, and then exactly what products to take with it. And that's incredible. Like
Yes.
nobody has that. I've never had something like that
No.
that could, yeah, I mean,
No, I've never
incredible.
been, and I mean, and like I said, we're live on my Facebook, so I can only say so much. Otherwise, you get what shadow banned or whatever the term is. But I'm just saying, like, it's just incredible, just the results that I've had, and
Yeah, Robert's got it right there. He's showing it on the
yeah, there's
screen.
Rob.
That little, yeah.
Yep, Rob, and he's set it up on our computer, and we're ready to go next week, by the way. And so, I want people to understand that that is really a game changer, especially with people that don't like to go to, physicians and things like that, right? So, as the world evolves and as the United States evolves and all this kind of stuff, and especially for the next generation that we're raising right now, I want people to have that choice. It's all about that. It's like, okay, well, then there's options, right? It's just like when I tell people all the time, you don't have to go to college. I was a college dropout. I actually started my own business at the age of 20 with my husband. So we've been self-employed for 37 years. So we have choices in this world. It's either go and what the norm wants you to do, which is the college route, the 9 to 5, or be like us, and generate your own income and generate your own economy, right? So I feel like this is just the best of all worlds that we have, honestly, here. And to be able to help people in this regard, not only feel better, but then what's the saying? When you start feeling better, you do better, honestly. And so I'm thrilled. Everything is fitting in the 5 things that I look for. It's timing. Right now it's just when did we launch in the United States, Tanya? The
So
time
yeah, our team launched about 2 months ago.
Let's
But the
go.
crazy thing about this is where this gets really exciting, is that when you recognize that this company just started 3 years ago in a small little, with an idea of taking it to direct sales, and that last year they did 43 million, mainly in
Wow.
Mexico, 43 million, mainly in Mexico. And we just have launched into the United States and Canada, and we are already on target to do 200 million this year. That is
Wow.
unheard of. We have sailed to the top of the charts when it comes to business for home and the networking space, and it's just blowing it up. And let me just tell you, there's one other element. Like, the fact that we get paid what we get paid over here is ridiculous. Like, we are talking over 80% in commissions, and the industry average is 27%. So
Wow.
payday was today. How did you like your payday? Anyone?
Loved it. That was
you
great.
know, yeah. So to be able to have a product that works, that everyone wants and everyone can afford, a company that is solid as a rock because they've done it already, and we're just exploding across the globe, and then to get paid for it what we get paid, it's all perfect. It's just great.
Yeah. Yeah, the pay was I was very surprised. I said to Rob, I says, is this real? And I'm like,
I know. I know. And you've only been here 3 weeks or
I've only
something.
been here 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've just got started, and this is another reason why I love to do Zooms is so that people can do like what we're doing is just invite.
Yeah.
All
Just
you got to
invite
do
and
is
check
just
it out.
invite, check it out, get the information, tag people, do this, let's blow this up. I mean, we have literally, I mean, my whole thing is like I've told people all the time is that once I'm passionate about something, I mean, it works, and you'll never be able to get me to stop talking.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Charlotte Faye, our 3-month-old baby, she's already giggling and laughing, and so Joe's like, "Oh, she takes after grandmother," and like, and I'm like, "But I just get on and I talk with people, and they sign up." But
Yeah.
but it's cool because when you say the money, that's what a lot of people, of course, they get into this industry for that. But my love and my passion is seeing people in their growth, like the breakthroughs. that we're going to have when when Rob and I, we do breakout Zooms and things like that. And it's like the breakthroughs, you got Sabrina on here. She's probably like, I want to say something. And it's like when you feel better, you want to share with people, right? And so that's what I think this is all about. And I love the one team concept. That is brilliant to me. I love the one team concept. Can you kind of elaborate on that for everybody here today, Tanya?
So I've
What
been
does that
waiting for
mean?
that. I've been waiting for that my entire career,
Hmm.
honestly. And I've tried to develop it, and I have developed it within my own teams, and within my career, because I am of the mentality that everyone should unite, that we are all equal, that we all belong together and working together. And a lot of times in this industry, in this space, there are a lot of cliques and a lot of things that happen with leadership and stuff like that where the ego gets in the way, and you have a lot of bad things that happen. Honestly, it's really sad, and people feel left out, they're not included, they're whatever. And I have always just been like, that's got to end. That we got to end that. We got to
Yeah.
join together, unite together, so the entire company globally is of the one team mentality, that we all unite, we help each other, we help each other cross sponsors, even if they're not underneath us. And we actually get paid for that. They have a bonus when you're helping other people, that the company pays you to help other people too. So that's amazing. But it's basically just uniting people with a purpose and a mission to help others.
I love that. And I feel like that, especially now, this week especially,
Yeah.
it needs to have that message. You know,
Oh, don't we ever?
you know what I mean? And without getting into any of that stuff or politics or any of that stuff, I feel like people honestly that's what it is all about. And with the media making it all kind of crazy all the time for the last 5 years, it's really what has united people is the home-based business space.
Mhm.
Um, you know,
You're
and
safe here. It's nice
you're
to come
safe
here and
here.
feel safe and acknowledged, and just to know that we want you, and that you have a group of people that are brilliant, that are like motivational beasts,
Yep.
that like just, AM power calls. You have
AM
all
power
these
calls
calls.
are amazing.
Yeah, just to be able to plug into and to get your little kickstart for the day, because life is, rough. We got stuff we have to deal with. And it's nice to have a community and a group that says, let's do it together.
It's true.
We got
Well,
you.
think about that. Everybody that's listening in, you have literally an AM power call, which is mainly for the members, and then you have an evening overview. So let's say you put up a post or you want to share this with someone in direct messenger, text, whatever. Just say, listen, I have something that is literally just changing my life. I can't go into a lot of detail, but listen, this is it. And bing, you ping them and you give them the Zoom link. I mean, literally, if you can do that, this is what we teach in our DMO, and I know you have a DMO, and we can talk about that a little bit if you want. But the thing is, and if you want the comp plan and all that details, just message whoever's tagged you to this Zoom here today. You can get the comp details. I had my husband listen to it. I had my son listen to it. He'll talk to he'll say, wow, this is mom, this is what we've been looking for. This is literally because we have our own community, but we have merged into this community, and this community gives that support for us. So, but I said a few things there. What I'm trying to essentially say is that when you find a company that you're passionate about, it's very easy to share. So we have the morning calls to get you pumped up for the day, and then we have the evening calls that you can bring people to. Every single, so Chris, you asked me, you have a prospect, you can bring the person tonight. And what did you do? You did nothing but do inviting, and you did not have to explain it. So that's what I always look for too, is existing companies that have all those tools for people, because people want to feel important, you know? And so I just wanted to say that, Rob and I, we work together, mom, son team, and we are always looking for not only the comp plans that are very, very easy and lucrative, but also just the overall what you just talked about here today. But the products, my son's gonna say he's taken them, he's been working out, and it's really, really increasing his strength, to be honest with you too. So, and like I said, I don't know how much we can share. We have to be compliant, right? But if you want, Rob, you can share. Do you have any questions for Tanya? Does anyone have any questions on here for Tanya? our special guest today?
I don't really have questions as I'm gonna about to talk, but I have a motto of life is keeping stuff simple
Hmm.
and keeping it with what the system offers. So when I got into the space of marketing and networking with mom and being in the space since 2017, I've quit my job. I actually have not worked a 9 to 5 since 2017 of December. So not a lot of 30-year-olds can say that, but
Hmm.
that's what I have done. So when I
He
first entered the
listened to me.
space,
Isn't that something, Tanya? He actually listened to me.
I love it when our kids do that.
Yeah.
When does that happen?
What's
yeah,
that happen?
they
Sure.
said eat your vegetables, eat your
Jen
you
is
know
listening.
I'm someone that eats. I just love my meats, that's me. But for someone that has an open mind, I really love the new powerful thing here with the vegetables. This is truly incredible. I mean, I have my good friend Julia brought into this business, and she says, Robert, I don't get my vegetables. And I said, well, there you go. So, but anyways, back on the point
And your
and
fruits.
And your
and your
fruits are in
fruits,
there.
exactly. Fruits as
Yeah.
well, right? Very much matters. So when I got in this industry, I said, you know what? How can I apply the least resistance, but know I'm going to leverage something? And when I saw this comp plan of understanding that you are going to have to put in the work, like anything you do, I mean, you go to a 9 to 5. I'm doing a mini film right now. I do documentation and if anyone in the Arizona area wants to be a part of my movie, hey, they can. I joke, well, Mom, I'm doing this new film, right? Where it actually is going to inspire people. And because I have the energy, just to let you know, I can now do a film. I can't. Otherwise, I go to the gym now often. And what my little trick is I'll take a bottle, right? And everyone's like, "What's that green stuff?" They probably are thinking, "What's that green bottle?" And so I'll go to the gym and I literally feel like $1 million. And
It's so
you
true.
don't feel like that $1 million with any product out there. And then you
No,
also
no, we've
not
tried a lot too, and he's tried a lot of different products, and nothing has hit him like this the same day.
and
Everyone.
Everyone,
Hmm.
it
doesn't it?
reflects it in your health, but it reflects it in your bank account when you start sharing, guys.
Yep.
Hmm.
You understand this is the greatest comp plan I've ever seen ever in any company. And I say, the shyness has got to go in 2025, right? Shyness never gets me anywhere. I personally, because I opened up my mouth, now I'm going to be in a movie with an indie film as well with a guy that's actually out of Hollywood. So we have to understand, open our mouths, talk about the good news, the great products we have, and the team that we have. And Tanya is an amazing leader, mom, and just everyone, Sabrina, everyone, we're all here to help. So when you have a combined effort, if you ever look at think tanks, billionaires, millionaires, think tanks, the reason they make it happen is not because of one person. It's because of belief pattern of everyone raising the vibration up.
That's
So,
true.
when you have someone on here, even on this call, that you're doubtful, you're actually only really hurting yourself. And there's a study where they took a ex-wife and an ex-husband, and they didn't know each other was actually between this glass that was a pan that you can't see through. And the wife was like bitching him out and everything and just getting mad. And guess what? That energy that she just expelled, guess what happened? Nothing happened to him. So we have to put our energy in towards knowing that it only comes back on us. And so when we are all believing in a product and a system and a company, we are only going to benefit. So you might as well share it.
And
Wow,
it's
I love that.
electric. It's electric over here. It is
It's
exciting over
electric.
here. Oh, if you hop on one of those evening calls, these guys are such professionals. They are mind boggling. I've waited for this my whole life to be able to just plug people in to these individuals that show up every single week, every
Yep.
night, and just kill it.
Absolutely. I can't wait. I'm going to be sending to all my lists for
Yeah.
Sabrina, did you want to share? Anyone else want to share or ask Tanya anything? I know there's some people on here that have not quite made that decision, and if you want more information, let us know. But yeah, Sabrina, go ahead
Yes.
and share.
Yes. So a lot of us on here are old farts, right? And so we're not sure about this new technology, this AI and Chat GPT. I had a full-blown conversation about how to better my business, how to better take my products. I just had a full-blown conversation with Chat GPT and
With a
I gave
computer.
with a computer. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I had Chat GPT put it in a PDF and it saved it. There are links on the side of it in Chat GPT, and I can click on those, and and it said it was a chat review or an overview or something like that, and it's all there, everything that we just talked about, word for word, verbatim, for me to go back and reference. And so that's there for all of us. And so I think my admonition and my encouragement would be don't be afraid of it. Because I was too. I'm like, but then I got to having a conversation. I'm like, gosh, this is wild.
Then
This
you
is
Yeah.
fall in love with
fantastic.
it and you can't get enough.
No, like every night I have a conversation with Chat GPT about how I can better my business.
My
So
daughter uses it as her daily therapist. I'm not even kidding.
well, Jenna
Really?
well,
Yes.
Jenna does too. I mean, she's in some chat discords, and things like that, and she uses that anyway. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be right up your alley, girlfriend.
Yeah, it's
So all
really
of us,
cool. I mean, you can literally, like you said, Sabrina, I mean, the tools that this has, it's just amazing. You know,
yep.
it's way better than anything I've ever expected.
And
I
let's
think
just say
we
you're
just
not a tools person, that you're not a technical person, because for whatever, guess what? I think probably the most important thing I can say and tell you what this looks like is get to. It's all about get to your mom, your friend, your two people that you know that would like to improve their health and possibly their wealth. That is what the entire comp plan is based on, is two who get two, and it turns into fire, and it's just that's what it requires. It's not where you have to get all technically, because my brain is like, oh gosh, I can't with some of this stuff, but I can talk to two people. I can make a
That's a
post
really good
telling,
point. That's a
yeah,
really good point. That's what we need to break it down to. And I know that Rob, we're going to work on some images that literally just talk about helping two people. You know,
yep,
everybody, has what, 5,000 friends, let's just say. Let's just pretend, right, Tanya? Like,
yeah.
you don't have to have that. You just need to find two people. This is what I've been telling my group. Two people. It can be friends, family, it can be strangers. Reach out to like 10 people. Let's show them like literally what we got,
each
and,
of us
and keep
knows
it simple, you
each
know?
of us knows 100 people.
Absolutely.
Okay. Every friend you have knows 100 people. So the exponential growth of that is insane. And so and that's one of those things that I've got to remember myself, is to get that through my thick skull, is that I don't need to know 100 people. I don't need to know that.
No.
I need to know one person who has 100 people, and that's it.
And they have 100, and they have
And
it,
they
yeah.
have 100, and so on
Uh-huh.
and so on, so on. Yeah.
Two, two,
Uh-huh.
two, two is how it works.
Yeah, I like that. And so can you explain maybe a tidbit or tiny bit of the comp plan? I know that, and then we'll just end the recording and if anyone has any questions. So I just want to get enough to where they have the little, dangle the carrot type thing.
Yeah. So let me just tell you this. We get paid 12 different ways. Okay. And they're all insanely amazing. But the main ways that we get paid, I've never seen this done before. It's called a binary, and it's basically two legs, a left and a right. So we have binary income that's a hybrid with a unilevel. And the unilevel is basically the levels that people go down and the percentage that you get paid, when people purchase product. I've never seen them combine the two because I hate binaries. I will never have anything to do with them because only the people at the top win. And I've just seen it happen too many times in the past where people get left behind. But in this case, there's only one element to the binary comp plan because the rest is packed into the unilevel. And that one element is the starter kits. And it creates such synergy. Like, there's people on this call. How much volume do you have underneath you because of what I've done? Anybody? you know? So
Yeah.
so that's exciting to know that, hey, Tammy, your next person is going to go underneath all those other people. So hurry and get in there now. So basically we're getting paid upfront money for our starter packs that are extremely affordable, and we get paid that every Wednesday today. And
Today.
then we get paid all the unilevel money, all the bonuses. We have car bonuses. We have other additional bonuses as you rank advance. And they make it so simple because it's a team effort. It's a group effort, group volume that allows everybody to be able to move forward. So, and they just give us so much money. So you're building a legacy. You're building something that there's no gotchas. Have you ever seen comp plans that are like, ooh, got to have 6 of those before you can rank advance, got to have, that kind of thing? There's no gotchas in this plan. It's all literally legacy income that you can build now and walk away and it'll still pay you. That is what I'm about.
Yes, me too. Because we like to travel, we like to do things. In fact, in September, I'm going to be gone a whole month, be back with my family in New York. And I just feel like that's why people get into businesses, is what you just said. Having that residual, that walkaway income, to be able to do what they want when they want, obviously still make those fast starts. I mean, I can't, like I said, I was like shocked. I've been in this for almost 3 weeks. I can't even believe it. I'm like almost 5 figures. That's nuts. I've never done that before. So that's why I feel like, just what I feel. I mean, for the first time, I don't know if I can say this, I'm sleeping again. I feel
You
like
can say that.
I
Yeah, you
can?
can say that. Yeah.
Okay.
You
I
can
don't
say
have
anything
any.
other than a medical term. So
Okay.
you couldn't say insomnia,
Okay.
but
So
you
I'm
can say I'm sleeping again. Yeah.
sleeping again.
Blood
In
sugar
fact,
issues, but you can't say, yeah, blood sugar,
okay. Well, I mean,
We
that's
can't say cure. We can't say it cures anything.
okay. Well,
yeah.
I don't have any discomfort in my shoulder I was having. That's gone. My knee, I had a knee surgery in September. Don't have any issues there. I'm walking how long now, Rob, without stopping and saying, "Oh my God, can't go another lap." There's just so many things in 3 weeks. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like in 6 months. So,
I've
and
lost 22 pounds without even trying.
wow.
Wow.
Literally, and especially because I've been on my backside for a little bit of it because I fell and hurt myself. But I've been taking these products and they have changed the way that my body is feeling. So yeah, imagine if I put a little effort in.
Awful. That is like I'm
I'm down
like
7
that is
myself.
awesome. I mean, it's
Nice.
literally awful that you fell. I remember you saying that. I was like, man, I felt so bad. But that's awesome that you're feeling better, And
Yeah.
it is, it's better to have, something to assist you than always expecting just our bodies, to fix it. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm certainly glad that we did this today. It's going to be a good reference for people, if they want to get more information. Make sure you get back to the person that's invited you here to this powwow we have midweek, and let us know, where you wanna fit in. You don't have to promote the business if you don't want. You can become a customer. There's just so many different ways you can make it happen for yourself.
At
So,
the very least, become a customer because you need this. You need this in your diet. Like we got to get all the good stuff back in our bodies so we can be, thrive.
mhm. Yeah, I've lost like 8 pounds, which is crazy because I've never been able to lose any weight
Yeah,
on
yeah.
product. So Rob's
You've
like,
tried
"Wow,
everything.
Mom, you're looking better," and I'm like, "I better, if I'm going to be doing these events and stuff like
Mom
that."
is like James, guys. If you haven't heard James speak, he's amazing. But James said he's tried everything. And I'm not like him. I'm the opposite, by the way. I'm the guy that don't try anything because I'm afraid of the ingredients.
Yeah,
And the fact that mom has me on detox is my first time. I've actually, Tanya, first time. That's how hesitant I am.
yeah,
I do
Whoa.
not do
yeah,
a
yeah.
thing.
Today
Is that
he
the
does not.
Ask her
detox
about
tea?
medical. I
Is
don't
that the,
touch a thing.
Yeah,
is
he's
that the
She
drinking
never
detox
has to
tea?
worry
detox
about.
tea today.
Yeah, so
That
that's
was
the first time I ever tried it, just on the Zoom, and it's awesome. And
that
it's
stuff is
but
incredible.
yeah.
It is
It's really
incredible. I'm so glad we got a ton of it.
Oh, and the glutathione. I tried that. That's awesome stuff too. Very good
Try
taste.
the nitro. It'll take you over the edge when you go into the gym.
I bet.
What is it?
It's
This one?
so good. No,
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 that's
Or
well,
another
that
one.
too.
That
That
too.
too. That's what I have right here. The energy.
Oh, okay.
No, the nitro is like the drops that you put under your tongue, and
Oh,
it does what it says. But
wow.
it's nitrous oxide, and we are missing that in our body, and so it has incredible benefits. And by the way, we have all the videos and all the graphics that you need in order to see what each of these products are, and we have the certain protocols for certain things that people are really struggling with that we can't talk about, but different stages of those types of issues, and a certain protocol that we have directly from Dr. Tony Rodriguez to help people. Honestly, this is the first time in my entire life that I have a product line that I can actually know without a doubt that it can completely bring somebody's life back to where it needs when they've been given certain diagnoses that are not good. That is power.
It is. Yeah, I know I can't talk on behalf of anyone else, but that's the reason why I got into this was for Bob. And a lot of people on my team and a lot of people, my close friends, know exactly what happened to us a year ago with him. So, but that's the main thing. And if anyone has any questions on that, you can personally message me and I'll describe what happened and what's going on with him. But yeah, it's just phenomenal. So I just feel like this is great today. I'm gonna be like
Thank you.
bouncing and high on life now after we did this. I appreciate you jumping on, Tanya.
Yes, it's so much fun. Thanks for inviting me.
Yes.
Join
Yeah, we need
us.
to
We
do
would
this.
love to have you on our team. Let's go.
Yes, let's go, everyone.
We got lots of specials right now. Lots of big specials right now. Now is a great time to come in because we're starting our detox and reset for the summer challenge. And there's tons of prizes. They're constantly giving away free product prizes. Like it's just so much fun. So now's a good
Great.
time.
Oh, and the founders pack, we got to explain that right before we leave or we end the recording.
I'm shocked that they're still available, but there are still some founders packs available. There was only 1,000 issued. Basically, it gives you 1% of the global bonus or of the global profits every month. You're there's only 1,000, and you have the only requirement is to hit silver, which is within a year, which is completely doable. But you also are allowed to get the scanner for $99 instead of $300. So that founders pack is the way that most people are coming in if they can, because to lock in, I mean, guys, think about it, 200 million this year. You break that down, and that's a nice little chunk of change. And this company's going
And they
big.
pay that out every month, or how do they pay the?
But it's actually paid out every month. I thought it was once a year, but it is actually calculated. Yeah, it's actually calculated and paid out monthly.
Monthly?
So super cool. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and so don't wait because there's a whole shipment of the scanners that they had to reorder and whatnot, the way I understand.
Yeah, we ran out of scanners, and it was basically just an accounting error because they had our whole team selling scanners like crazy that they weren't calculating in the numbers in the back in the accounting department, and so they thought they had plenty, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, where they issued a scanner a package special, and oh my gosh, it was supposed to last for 2 weeks and it only lasted for 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
So I tell people all the time, don't wait, if you want to get going with us and you want to jump on this bandwagon. Like I said, we're going to be doing local events and things like that. Make sure you reach out to us, the person that tagged you here to the Zoom, or if you're listening to this recording, make sure you get the person's website and get going.
We have so many professionals, doctors, health advocate, like chiropractors, like all of them are going nuts over the scanner because now that, and you're looking at a 900% profit that you get on the retail side. That's unheard of.
Wow.
Yeah. Because the product price. Yeah.
Is a product price.
Well, and probably one of my favorite, this is the thing that I've never seen before ever in this space. And it's one of my most favorite things that blew my mind is that anytime you want, you can purchase 200 PV in product. It's approximately $280 or $300, and you get $200 for free, and you can do it all day long. And so it makes your products 80% off. Have
Wow.
you ever heard of something like that? That's unheard of.
No, no,
Yeah.
I haven't. It's crazy. I
So
mean,
much inventory because of that. It's awesome.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then to be able to resell it or give it to someone to help or whatever. They make it so available to us to be able to do this business and no matter what your situation. So and then we have a Puerto Vallarta event coming up that is super exciting. They allow you to buy a ticket, and when you get your $575 ticket, you get $625 in product
Wow, do you really?
with it.
What date is that?
Yes.
I'm trying to remember what date that is.
This one's in September.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
The month I'm going to be gone all the whole
And
month.
then October, we're having our first convention in Texas.
Oh, okay. I might be able
So,
to make that one
yeah.
in
But
October.
still, a company that has you buy a $575 ticket for your hotel and all inclusive everything, but then throws in $625 of product on top of it. What is that?
Wow.
And I confirmed
That's
it this
crazy.
morning. I said,
Everybody
Yeah.
get 10 people, tag them to this video today.
Tag
Tag,
away.
tag. Because you know
Absolutely.
what? This is the thing. Whenever I hear people say, but I'm shy or I'm this, I'm that. I used to be until a mentor of mine said, Tammy, shy people have skinny kids. And as soon as I see, the thing is isn't everybody grateful that they have the products and are taking the products? Don't you think other people are going to want to be as grateful as you? That's the way I looked at it. I was like, okay, this makes sense. Man, I wish I would have known about this. Or, you're thinking in your head, like, I have people now saying, I wish I'd get the scanner. Well, you didn't know about it a month ago. So why are you so, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
that's 50-50, but I'm saying you know about it now. That's why you want it. It's just like when you get a red car, you see red cars everywhere. It's the same concept here because you've
When you
learned
want a
about it.
Toyota Supra, you're gonna see them often. That's what I
Right.
keep seeing.
Exactly.
Ah, I got her.
Yep. And we're gonna get Lamborghinis. No, I'm just kidding.
Porsche
Yeah.
GT3 is mine.
Yeah, we're gonna have Lamborghinis.
You
and
want to
all
drive
sorts of-
my car, Robert?
I'm very good behind the wheel. I
Yeah,
love
thank
I love
you.
sport cars.
You'd probably love to
That's,
drive it.
I'll tell you, that's my favorite part of having that car, a dream
Yeah.
car, is letting other people enjoy it.
Really? Oh, well,
Yeah.
there you go, Rob.
Yeah.
I
I
love
told
cars.
you we'd drive over. If you ever need anything, we're right in town.
I just paid off my car actually, Tanya.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. I haven't paid off mine. I got two of them.
Yeah, with his internet business with his mom. So there you
Super
go.
awesome. Way to go.
This is cool. Sports cars are the best.
Julie has a
I'm gonna get my
Mustang.
Mustang. Julie's got a Mustang.
Nice one too.
Yep. So let me go ahead and end the live stream. Let me just do that. Stop live stream. And